Hi guys, today we're going to cook chicken stew. Let me see. We have it. I don't know if you guys can see it. There we go. So, just give me a sec. Alright, we're going to cook chicken stew using my leftover drumstick chicken. So, I already put pepper. I don't put salt. I use this one, the chicken bouillon powder. So I put pepper there, freshly ground pepper, and that bouillon. So we'll make it flavorful. So you just have to like kind of mix it with your hand like that. So we will saute that in a little bit. So we have here our chopped carrots and potatoes. I boiled them because it will take a long time for it to cook if you're cooking it in tomato sauce. And then we have bell pepper, of course garlic and onion. Alright, let's start. This will be quick. Start with their condiments like garlic, I hope you guys can see it because let me see, put it down a little bit there, a little bit higher. There. Morning guys. Oh no, it's good afternoon. And then onions. So yesterday I was scrolling on my Instagram, and there's this lady who's like complaining that the prices right now in the grocery, and she spent $150 on junk food, and she said it's literally junk food, or treats after, like for snacks and stuff like that. Then add your, now guys, you have to score your drumstick. Okay, there. So the flavor will go in there. So just put your onions and your garlic aside, and then just saute the chicken. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna adjust it. I don't know if you can, it's just hard to see. So she practically bought all this junk food like Oreos and stuff, and she's like complaining like $150 can't even be stretch for a whole week. You know, you can cook spaghetti. She said it's like for 5 people, and probably 3 kids. You can cook spaghetti for $3. No, not $3, $10. I'm sorry. So $150 spent on junk food, like Oreos, juices, and what else that she got there? Some sort of like cookie snacks. Mm. If you're gonna budget, don't be lazy. You know what I mean? Like for example, this whole chicken leg, or there, I think there's a tray. I don't know if it's breast or the legs. It's just $7, I guess. And you can like kind of use half of it with some vegetables with it, you know, for extenders. So that's actually 2 meals. So anyways, so right now we're going to cook chicken stew. Now some people would use fish sauce to, you know, put flavor or marinate their chicken, but I don't want to use fish sauce, so I use chicken powder, pepper. If you want to use garlic powder, you can do that, and then just marinate that. Some people would like to use salt and pepper, but I'm actually totally using salt because I can control it. Sometimes it's coming out too salty. So whatever it is, because in our country there's like chicken bouillon powder, shrimp bouillon powder, pork, and beef. So since I'm using chicken, I use the chicken powder. So the reason why you score your chicken legs like up to the bone is that, like, you know, if you're going to saute your chicken, it's going to swell. Alright? And well, you want those blood to come out, you know, and cook the chicken all the way through. So actually here, if you're gonna buy this $4 tomato sauce, you can use half of it, you know. And how much is the bell pepper? $2? Yeah. Oh no, $1.25. Now the colored peppers, like the yellow and the red ones, they're kind of spendy, so just use whatever fits your budget. Also, I'm uploading all these videos in my channel for also my children to, you know, have a reference if they want to cook something. So, when they grow up. For those using fish sauce to marinate their chicken, it's an acquired taste. You know. But usually after you cook the fish sauce, you don't smell it anymore. So, which is it. Okay. I like to add more pepper. The chicken we buy here in the US, they don't really have taste, so people would like throw in a lot of salt, you know. Just marinate it overnight, then, you know. But now I don't have time, so I just use chicken powder. So this is just a very simple meal, even if you're working. And then we already have our, what do you call this, carrots and potatoes. I just let it boil for a few minutes and then turn it off, like half to, because it's still going to cook if we mix it here. See, look at that blood coming out. Yeah. I'm gonna prepare it. Now let me open this one. Nothing there. You see all the blood? You see that it's coming out. Alright, so we're gonna add the tomato sauce here. So set this aside. We have to cook our tomato sauce so it will not be that sour. You know what I mean? While we're preparing the so we're gonna have what size is this one? Probably, so this is 2/3. Yeah. Like that. You don't really need to use a whole lot. So the technique here, while you're sauteing, put this aside. I'm kind of lazy to put it in another plate, but thanks. Just keep mixing it. It will kind of discolor, so that means like all the, how do you say that? It's like there's something there that what do you call this? It's lycopene, I'm kind of saying. Yeah. But anyway, just use the color watch thing. So it's kind of going to darken. So that's the time you add your water. If you want to use broth, it's okay for chicken broth. But since I use the bouillon powder, chicken bouillon powder, I'm just gonna use the water from here because that's what makes your meal flavorful. It's from the vegetables, it's not from the meat. You can smell the sourness of the tomato sauce. I mean, it's still gonna be sour, but not that sour. Or you can use tomato paste. It's just 98 cents. if you're really in a budget. Probably use 3 tablespoons because it's concentrate. Right. Sorry guys, I have to use 2 on Asian. So, so let's add now our probably half a cup or 1 cup of water. Oops, what's happening to me? So since we sauteed the chicken already, we'll just take a few minutes to cook. But like I said, if you already use tomato sauce in your dish, it will be hard to, or it will take time to soften the carrots and the pepper. The potatoes, I'm sorry. So we will just let this simmer. Lower down the heat. Let's get something to cover. Sorry about this. My pantry's so small. So there. So we're just gonna let it simmer. Because our potatoes and carrots are already half cooked. Just let that thing do its work, and then we're gonna use. I just used half bell pepper, just like leftover. So yeah, maybe in our upcoming live lesson, I'll do grocery, probably set aside like $10 for a meal, and just we'll see what can we do. Because you can use substitutes like tomato sauce, tomato paste, if you want to, if you want to budget your meals, and then from fresh to frozen vegetables, you know. So yeah. So we'll let this simmer first. We keep tasting the tomato sauce if it's cooked. You know. And we scored our chicken, so all the flavors will go inside, and we're not gonna be worried about, you know, if it's already cooked outside and then it's raw in the middle. It's tomato sauce. It's a stew, a chicken stew, and then you put tomato sauce. So this is, even if you're working and you're tired, you know, this is just a quick meal. Not fast food, you know, a quick, decent meal. It's not curry. It's just chicken stew. I think I have a curry recipe in my videos, so just check it out. Well, some people would use evaporated milk with their curry. Um, they, of course, they just use curry powder, and I use coconut milk. So different versions. So this one, for those who are just coming in, it's a chicken stew, tomato sauce. So we're gonna have carrots, potatoes, bell pepper. Um, if you want to use celery, I don't have celery. So, and my leftover chicken legs that we scored, marinated it with um, 3 teaspoon of chicken powder, freshly ground pepper, and garlic powder. Alright, let's see. Looks like curry though. So let's taste. Alright, we need a little bit more. I think this scooper is 2 teaspoon of 2.5, I guess, teaspoon of chicken powder. So I don't really measure, I just keep tasting. Also, ground pepper. And this one. More garlic powder. Let's add a little bit of smoked paprika. I love it. Boom. Add 1 tablespoon of sugar. Some people would like it more concentrate, so, but if you don't like, just add water from your boiled carrots and potatoes. You can also use pork here. I just have to wipe my floor. Sometimes if you're cooking tomato sauce, it just, goes everywhere. Let's see. See all the blood coming out from the chicken. That's actually going to be flavorful, makes your stew flavorful, but of course you want to make sure it's cooked. Right. Let's see later if I still have the energy. I'm gonna cook fish in coconut milk with crab paste. I missed that. Here we go. But I think I need more flavor. Pepper. So the tomato sauce is still kind of not cooked. So I just have to simmer it for a little bit more. There's still more. Right, I'm going to add now our boiled potatoes on top. So it's not going to get mushy. And we're going to cover this for a little bit. I want to stretch the bottom. So with this vegetables, just after you chop the carrots and the potatoes, just put it there, bring it to boil. Then probably 2 minutes and then turn the heat off. Alright. So we're just gonna let this simmer for probably 3 minutes. And then we're gonna add the bell pepper. Yeah, just like what I said, probably we'll try. It's a bit of a challenge, like get $10 worth of ingredients, and see um, how many people. I mean, it's like for how many, how many people can we feed with a $10 ingredient meal, you know? Because everything right now, it's so expensive. Well, the eggs come down, so that's a plus. And then what else? My next video, we're going to cook tilapia. Okay, they sell that frozen. So, I don't know. Well, some would cook, because I seen curry in the comments, some would cook it with evaporated milk. Some would cook it with unsweetened coconut milk. So I tasted the one with the evaporated milk. It's okay, but the best is coconut milk. Yes. Yeah, these are potatoes carrots in tomato sauce. So every time you do a stew, boil your potatoes and carrots in separate, because it's gonna take a lot of time when you mix it in your stew, and then you let the tomato sauce cook. You know, it does not really soften the potatoes and the carrots if you're mixing it already with the tomato sauce. I don't know. I think people like just cooking tomato sauce in their spaghetti, but I don't know. I cook my spaghetti sauce like an hour, because it's really sour sometimes. I don't know, but it's different with fresh tomatoes, of course. But the ones that we're buying in the grocery, um, they just saute beef here in America, and then garlic, onion, but dunk the spaghetti sauce. It's, for me, it's sour. It's really sour. So I make my own spaghetti sauce, cook it for an hour, just like simmer it for an hour, and just try it. You'll see the difference. I mean, it's still sour, but it's not acidic. You know what I mean? All right, let's check this. Alright guys, for those who are channeling, this is chicken stew in tomato sauce. So toothpick, let's check. Even if we scored our chicken, let's see if there's like blood coming out. Sometimes it still has blood. Right. This one's clear. Let's see this. So hot. Let's see this one. This one. Alright. Yeah, sometimes we grill our chicken, and I put like um toothpick towards the, so the towards from the meat to the bone, so I would know that it's not gonna be raw. It's like a chicken razor, but it's not gonna be raw in the middle. Alright. Let's see. I'll add some more water because it's kind of too thick. Just a little bit. There we go, Idaho. Idaho potatoes. Alright. Yeah, so some people who would marinate their um, chicken with fish sauce, especially those who are not used to fish sauce. It's flavorful though, okay? But while you're sauteing, all the fish sauce smell would be over your house, and some people won't like it, the smell. But the other one said it smells bad, but you won't taste it, but it will make your food flavorful. Usually I use fish sauce if I'm doing um, like fish and coconut and crab, um, coconut milk, or if I have to saute pork in shrimp paste. Oh my god, that's good. So there goes, and then we're gonna add our bell pepper. So I think the red and yellow bell pepper it will cost $2 something. So this one just like 98 cents, and it's a big one. So you can just use half of it, for flavor. So really, this chicken is like stew is less than $10. Because if you're going to really budget your meal, because the whole tray of chicken is like six something, and I use only half of it because it's like 12 legs per tray. So the potatoes also, you can just get the cheap one. I use the golden potatoes here, and the carrots, they sell it for $3. So the tomato sauce, it's almost $4, but you can just use 1 cup or less than a cup of tomato sauce here. And this is not junk food. The one I seen on Instagram is that she spent like 150 on junk food. And you can do like $10 and you have chicken, potatoes, carrots, stew, and it's healthy. How much is the bread? I think the bread, the Texas toast is $3. Yeah. So it's either you can use bread here, eat it with bread, or rice. Well, the rice now is $70 a bag. So that's why since this is an Asian home, I switch pasta, rice. And sometimes we just have instant ramen and bread. And probably next video we're going to try to cook a $10 meal. Alright. This is ready, guys. Here. So that's chicken stew. And there. We have some potatoes in there, carrots, and I didn't use salt, guys. I used the bouillon powder. It'll give you the saltiness and the flavor, because I'm kind of scared to use salt because sometimes my food gets salty. And pre-boil the carrots and the potatoes, because if you mix it on this tomato sauce, it will take more time to soften it. Alright guys, I hope you like our meal for today. If you want to watch my other live streams, just fast forward, just to get because I'm cooking in real time, so it'll just take a lot of time, but the essence is there, all the techniques. Alright. Now you can also use, if you want to add green peas, maybe I should do that. I don't know. My children loves vegetables. Sorry about that. Alright. Add some green peas. Just to make it pretty and healthy. Oops. Save that one. There. Sometimes I don't know what's in my fridge because everyone buys and then the rest are pushed back. So if I remember it, that's the time I check it. Alright. There you go. Our chicken stew. That's frozen pizza, so it's okay. Well, the reason why I made this cut big to prevent it from being so mushy, you know, my carrots are cut small, and like what you said, you cut it small so that it's not gonna, how should I say this, take too long to cook. But then we're talking about tomato sauce. If it's like, what you call this, if it's like clear soup or anything, that's okay. But with the tomato sauce, it's so thick. With me years of cooking, it just takes time. So I pre-boiled it, used the broth from it to loosen the sauce, you know. Alright, this is about it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you subscribe and check my other videos. I think I have curry in one of my videos, so just check it out. And this is our chicken stew. I hope you like it. Have a good one, guys. Check my other videos. Maybe I'll go live if I feel okay cooking my tilapia in coconut milk. So we'll see. Have a great one, guys. I hope your kids would enjoy this. Oh, I forgot. If you can see, I put a little bit of sugar in it just to balance the sourness and the sweetness of this dish. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for watching and cooking with me. Bye.